What's up? In this video, you're going to learn how to change your Kajabi font sizes on your website or landing pages to whatever size that you want them to be, even if your theme only gives you the regular heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, or paragraph sizes. At the end of this video, you're going to be able to change your font size for desktop, mobile, and tablet completely independently, so you can change and adjust it to look however you want on whatever devices you want it to. I'm literally going to give you the cheat code that you can just copy and paste into your site that's going to allow you complete flexibility with your font sizes. Now, I say cheat code literally because, as you may have noticed, Kajabi doesn't have a built-in feature that makes this really easy to do. You can't adjust for tablet sizes, and also usually you're stuck with just the standard heading 1, heading 2, heading 3 sizes of whatever theme you've chosen. This is going to completely solve that. Now, before we get started, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you want to up-level your digital product game, sell more of your products, learn how to launch bigger and bolder, learn how to do evergreen funnels, A/B testing, meta ads, all that good stuff. We're going to be talking about that on this channel. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button if that is relevant to you and if you want to make more money. Okay, let's jump back in. Okay, so to do this, you're just going to copy a piece of code that I give you. It's going to be in the description of this video, and I will show you exactly how to use it right now in this example. So what I have here is I've created a Kajabi standard landing page just with one of their templates. And what I want to do is I want to change this font. So I'm going to come and grab this piece of code that I'm giving you, and I'm going to go ahead and just copy it. So you'll do this too, copy the code. Then you're just going to jump back over here, and you see the sidebar. Make sure you're pulled all the way out so where you can see everything, and you can see this settings button. Now click the settings button, go to the custom code, and inside custom code, go ahead and paste that code that I just gave you. Now, before we edit this, let's just take a look at what this is so you understand how it works. So basically, each one of these little sections that you can see are labeled here will adjust the styles for different screen sizes. So this one will change it for desktop sizes, this one changes your settings for tablet, and this one changes your settings for mobile. So in order to change these specific settings, all I have to do is change the font size that is here. So for desktop, if I want my heading 1 or H1 tag to be a different size, I can make it, let's say, 72 pixels. I can make my H2 36 pixels and et cetera, et cetera. So on and so forth, that's how it works. And then all you'll do is just modify whatever you want. So coming back into Kajabi, let's say that let's just go ahead and save this because I have some presets. So you're gonna see this font's gonna get really big. Okay, so you can see the font got like way bigger, right? Our heading got big, but on mobile, it's actually still small, right? Okay, so now that we have our code in place, let's go ahead and try to change, let's say, this text right here, this title, on desktop. And let's make it even bigger. So you can see when I click into it, it's a heading 1 tag, right? So we want to change the H1 under desktop. So let's go back to our code and come in here, settings, custom code, and go down to desktop. So you'll see desktop is here, desktop styles. And we want to change our H1, and let's change it to 100 pixels, okay? Now if I save it, look what happens. Boom, it's enormous, giant font, okay? So now you'll notice also that this, if I go to mobile, it's not so big, right? Let's say that I want to make it even bigger on mobile. If I do, all I have to do is scroll up and go to my mobile styles here, look for H1 because this is an H1, and I can change this to, let's say, 54. Now it's going to be really big for mobile. Now watch, boom, all of a sudden it's really big on mobile. So that's how that works. But if you look on tablet, it's still not super big, okay? So to change the tablet settings, we just go under tablet and go to H1, and we can change this, let's say, to 64. And if I save it, you can see now it's big on tablet. So now it's big on all of them, right? So this is how you can change your font sizes to be whatever size you want. Now, let's say you wanted to change your paragraph size. You can see this is a paragraph. So now you'll go over to your code, and under the custom code, you go to the desktop version and go down to P for paragraph. And let's go ahead and make it 24 pixels and save it. Most people are not going to want their text this big, but hey, and you can see the text is now bigger, but it's remained the same on mobile. So this is how you create whatever sizes that you want And when you're done with this, all you have to do is go ahead, if you've created a style that you like across the board, just copy everything that you've edited and just save it somewhere. And anytime that you open up a new page in Kajabi, just paste this code in there and it will automatically have your settings. So that's how you do that. And boom, just like that, you now know how to change it. But I do want to show you one other quick tip because I find it very useful when I'm building landing pages and things like that for clients. And I want a little bit more flexibility over maybe certain lines. And that's how we can create a class and add a new rule. So let me just show you real quick. Okay, so for this example, let's just imagine that I want to create a subhead right here beneath this title, but I don't want it to be bold. Like I want it to be big, but I don't want it to be bold. So let's say it's like, you know, H2, okay, it's bigger, but I don't want it to be bold like that. I want it to look more like a paragraph. How can I do that? So I'll show you real quick how we can do that by adding a new class and a new rule. So what we'll do is we'll go over here, make sure you're selected on the block itself, and then come over here to these two arrows that are pointing away from each other in the top left corner of the text editor. Okay, so in the code editor, now we can see this is the line that we want to change, the subhead text, and we see that it's a paragraph, which is a P right here. All we have to do is we need to add a class to it and then create a rule. So let's go ahead and add a class. So class equals quote, and we'll say paragraph subhead, okay? And then unquote, close it with a quote. That's all you need. Once that's added, just hit okay. And then we have to add a new rule. So we're gonna go back over to the custom code and let's go ahead and add a rule. I'm gonna add this first rule for desktop and let's find it here. Okay, now to add a rule, all you have to do is go ahead and come down here to the bottom before the final bracket. And to add a rule to a class, you add a period and then you type the class in. So it was paragraph hyphen subhead. Now you open a bracket like this, and then you're gonna type your rule in. Font size is, let's say, whatever you want it to be. Let's say it's 42 pixels. And then you use a semicolon and then one more bracket to close that rule. And now watch what happens to the text. Boom. And now this is a special paragraph subhead, and you see it's not super bold like it would be if it was a regular heading. Now I'll show you one more little ninja trick about this, which is that if you want to use this kind of a text somewhere else on the page, all you have to do is go down to whatever it is, let's say this block right here, and open the source code and then just add that class to it. So add class equals, make sure that the name is exactly the same. So paragraph hyphen subhead, and then close it with a quote. And as soon as you hit okay, watch what happens. Boom. It automatically adds those attributes to that text as well. Okay, so that is it. You are now officially a Kajabi ninja with your fonts, and you can create completely mobile responsive fonts. One final tip is if you have any problems with your code, just copy whatever you have into ChatGPT and ask it to tell you what is wrong with this code and then fix it, and it will just fix it for you. So I hope this helps you create picture perfect font that is exactly how you want it to look on your Kajabi site. Now, if you want to level up your digital product game, sell more of your products, make sure to subscribe to this channel right now, because I'm going to be dropping more videos based on my 5 years of experience doing this with clients and 40 plus successful launches that have ranged from $30K in revenue in a few days to $318,000. There's going to be lots of advice for email marketing, for launches. So make sure to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one.